What's up?
What's up? Did you expect that was going to be a brawl right from the opening bell?
Okay, yeah, we knew she was gonna come out swinging, but in the middle of it, I was like, oh shit. And so, we made some adjustments between the first and second round. My coach was telling me we knew she was gonna swing out. In all of her fights, she comes out hard. She comes out with those big 1-2s. She's long. So the plan was when she did it was to keep my punches inside and keep them tight. In the first 30 seconds of the round, I just maybe forgot. And so we made some adjustments between the first and second, punched a little tighter, was able to open up them takedowns by fixing the striking. I was able to get those takedowns.
Is it hard to stay in the zone and keep to your plan when someone's just swinging at you? Because I feel like it might just go back to playground rules almost. Is it hard to stay focused?
I absolutely went back to playground rules for the first couple of seconds. It kind of is, but I'm so disciplined. I listen to my coaches. I could hear Mark yelling, and once we got out of that first exchange, my coaches started calling the codes that I knew were familiar to me. And you just got to have short-term memory in a fight. And once that exchange was over, we moved around. We got to the ground. We did some other stuff. I went back to the bench. We fixed up some of those things. He told me right away I adjusted coming into the second. So sort of in the first couple of seconds, it can be a little overwhelming, but you just got to stay clear-headed.
In round two, when you took it to the ground, that seemed to be the big difference maker. In round two, you got a head and arm triangle choke, but you never quite got it. Was there a moment where you thought, I don't have this, but I'm just going to keep it on here just to keep it down, or could you feel that she was maybe closer to tapping than it looked on TV?
I could tell it wasn't all the way on, and there's little tiny adjustments that you have to make in those kind of positions. Doing free jiu-jitsu, as long as I've done it, a quarter of an inch can be the difference between finishing somebody unconscious and them fighting. So I knew if the choke wasn't there to stay on top. I felt like I was super close and I wanted to finish it, but there was one of the last ones I was like, I heard like we were close towards the end, and I was like, she's not gonna tap here, so let me just punch her in the face a bunch.
You said on the broadcast that you wanted to get at least one more fight in before the end of the year. Do you have a name in mind for someone you'd like to fight?
Whoever's in this division, my goal is to climb the ladder. So I just had a ranked opponent. I was supposed to fight Macy, so if she's healthy, I'll take her. Anybody. I'm not really picky. I don't I've called out a couple of people, but I'm having a brain fart who's in the top 10, 15 right now. But Penny Kinzaid, I think, is top 15 in there somewhere. Any of them girls that'll say yes before the end of the fight, I'll take them.
I'm not sure where she's ranked, but Nico Montano, the former champion, said she would like to test the waters with you. I'm not sure if that interests you or not.
Well, Nico pulls out of a lot of fights, so if she makes it to the cage, I'd be happy to fight her.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
That was a catchy walkout song. What was that song that you were?
What was that, baby? That's WAP.
What's that?
WAP. That's Cardi B. Here we go. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, real hot girl. Can I curse in this thing? Real hot girl shit.
You can.
I'm a hot girl fan. I like Cardi B. I like Megan Thee Stallion, Sweetie, Mulatto. I'm a big fan of female trap music. So that's catchy. You gotta look that one up and look up the unedited version. It's and don't play it around your kids.
Not safe for kids.
Not safe for kids. Not safe for work. But I love Cardi B. I love Megan Thee Stallion. And they collaborated this summer, so I knew I had to walk out to that song as soon as I heard it.
I love it. I'll look that up. Speaking of rankings, at least in the UFC rankings, you were 15. They had her at 14. Do you see that just as an easy swap of positions, or do you think with that showing that you maybe can move up even a little bit higher?
That's up to y'all. I think I'm ready to move up. I think she was coming off of a good win. She's got a much better record than me. I was the underdog coming into this fight. So I would like more than one little notch. I would like a couple more notches up. But my goal is to climb the ladder. So wherever y'all put me, I think I'm a little higher than 14. But I always think I'm higher than where y'all put me anyway. So.
Well, speaking of going back to schoolyard rules, is there a moment when that you just bite down on your mouthpiece and you just love every bit of it to see whose chin's better? Because you both embraced it fully. In fact, I think the commentary started losing their mind a little bit once it was happening. But do you love those moments because you could actually test your chin, but you actually get to show your heart to the fans as well?
I love the moments. I don't think my coaches or my dad or my family back home love them as much as I do. Because, when I'm in them, I'm like, fuck you, I can hit harder. And then they're like, no, it's a crapshoot. You don't, strategically, that's not the smartest way to fight a fight. But it kind of does. When you get to the swinging, I had an exchange like that with Aspen Ladd. I've had a couple exchanges like that. Sometimes in the spar room, Like I love when I go box and it's like, like let's just go. But it's not the smartest thing to see who's got the better chin.
Well, tell me, it's got to be fun. There was a lot of respect, even at the weigh-ins, the stare downs. You know, she was trying to get you to engage in the rock paper scissors. But you know, what was nice. It's got to be nice to keep it clean, but then know that you have an opponent that's going to lay it all out there, just like you will in the cage.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nothing but respect. I respect all my opponents. I mean, if you top 15 in the UFC, it ain't a game. So I respect all my opponents. I'm not too into like, the games when it comes to weigh-ins. Like, I have fun in the cage. I have fun after, but I'll do, respect. I love. That's why I love those kind of fights. Like girls can smile and shake hands, but we're gonna be swinging when the cage is closed door. So there it is.
Well, last one for me. If you can, just knowing that she was a tough opponent, what was the game plan for her coming in? I know you said you got away from it a little bit once you guys started throwing down, but what was the game plan going into it, and how closely did you think you stuck to it to get that win?
I think I stuck pretty close to it, except for the first 30 seconds. The game plan, so we knew she was going to come, and we wanted to keep our punches tighter and inside. We knew she was going to throw a lot of volume, so we were going to initiate the exchanges and finish the exchanges and get it to the ground. I knew with that rush, I could shoot. So I kind of wanted to punch with her a little bit so we can get the fight to the ground. So I think we executed pretty close because I spent a fair amount of time on top on the ground.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.
Congrats on the big win. I'm sure you knew you were a 3-1 favorite. Earlier tonight, we had Savina Masso talked about going to 25-35. Just out of curiosity, because you were a tough finalist and should have fought for that belt. Is 125 just completely out of the question, or do you ever want to test those waters again, Sergeant?
I never say never. I'm going to be fighting for a while. I'm dead zeroed in, focused on this bantamweight division, but I don't know what the future holds for me. I'm actually in a lot better shape now that I don't have the stress of having to cut to flyweight anymore. And so I'm able to do a lot more in the gym. I'm able to work out a lot more because I have the energy to work out. And so I'm actually in a lot better athletic shape now that I'm in a higher division. So once I complete my goals here at bantamweight, I think the sky's the limit for me. So I can never say never. I just can't. I feel like I have a little bit of redemption back down at 25, but right now it's back burner.
Okay, just curious, because I'm sure the line to fight Valentina isn't necessarily that long, but you did get to that finale, so why not? And the plan now is to stay at 35, try to crack that top 10, and eventually fight for that belt?
Yeah, I have to establish myself in my career first, and I think right now I'm so kind of young in my UFC career that bouncing back and forth between divisions isn't the best thing. I need to establish myself. I need to put some wins together. I need to let people know, let Dana know, let everybody know that I'm a force to be reckoned and I'm a professional. So I need to do that first. I do sometimes glance over at that flyweight division like, but I have to stay focused on my current goal.
All right, good job. Congrats.
Thank you. Awesome. Thanks, guys.